just like every other game. You know what I mean? I mean, it was good to get a win with these guys. You know, all the hard work we put in the off season. You know what the guys who's been on the team, what they've been through these past couple of years. Just come out the first game and just show what we can do. You know what I mean? And we got a lot of stuff we left out on the field. We could have been. You know what I mean? So, I'm just happy. I'm happy.
Can you talk about the connection you had with Jacob over here during the game and 3 touchdown passes?
It's crazy. I mean, I feel like we could have more. You know what I mean? So it's just, we got 11 more games.
Jacob, was there something that they were doing that that they weren't doing maybe in terms of their coverage where you were able to get leverage to kind of get around guys and get past them?
I think honestly it was just the play calling that got me in the right positions at the right time. And then also just being on the same page with Jaden right here. So me and him put a lot of time and effort into film coming into this game. So at that point, me and him were just playing, backyard football.
On the third one, when up the seam, where you threw it over the defender, did you just know that the ball was going to enter the right spot? Or?
Oh yeah, I mean we talked about it. Me and him gave each other that look. And after that, called hike, ran my route, threw the ball. I'm like, that's what we do at practice. So why not just have some fun with it?
What goes through your head when you see it's just you and one man to the end zone?
I get excited. In my head, I just think in my head I gotta outrun him. So that if I outrun him and then he throws the ball that he's capable of throwing, and after that we're just gonna party in the end zone and have fun.
JD, can you talk about that? After they made it 31-20, you guys had a long drive over the third and fourth quarter, 75 yards, mostly running plays. That drive and just also the performance of the offensive line.
Sure, I mean, that drive just showed that if we really want to run the ball, we can run the ball. With the guys up front that we got, I feel like this offseason our O-line put on a lot of weight. They killed it in the weight room, killed it in running whenever we ran. So, I mean, that's credits to the O-line and big boys up front, especially in the pass blocking too, you know what I mean? We got sacked one time, but I feel like, you know what I mean? I could have tried more to get out of that, but I was just trying to get the clock to run more, so.
There was a little hiccup in the first half where Dorian had the fumble and then you had the interception.
Yeah.
How do you just push those aside and just say next play?
Simple. Just push it aside and say next play. That's simple. Honestly, like I've been telling the guys, we got 4 quarters. We only got 2 quarters, you know what I mean? We got 2 halves. So we can't just come out these first 2 quarters, you know what I mean? And then not show up the last 2, so.
Did you see anything from maybe the guys who have been here before this season that, oh no, it's happening again kind of thing?
Nah, I didn't see that, you know what I mean? The defense came up to me, like, hey, we need to score, I got you. And then vice versa, hey, I need to stop right here. You get a stop, we'll go down and score something, you know what I mean? So I feel like this team got a connection that nobody really understands yet, so.
How big is it for the offense when those mistakes do happen and then the defense comes up with a turnover and you're able to, take that momentum and go down?
I mean, that's big because, the fumble was kind of a momentum stopper. And then the interception, momentum stopper, but, the defense held their own, you know what I mean? So kind of put a stop to that, and then we went up there and we just executed on what. I feel like we stopped ourselves. On the drives we didn't score, we stopped ourselves. We should have scored every drive. So.
Now, neither of you guys were a part of last year's team, but how do you think off-season work in the red zone has helped you guys moving forward?
Oh, a lot. I feel like it helped us a lot. Just knowing mismatches, what play calls are called, and who we're trying to go after. So, it just helped repping and getting repetition at everything every day. So,
Jacob, how do you think you guys did in the red zone today?
I think we did pretty good. Going into training camp or even spring ball, that was one of our main focuses was the red area. And, Coach always put a huge emphasis on, making those plays count in the red zone area, get points on the board. So, just the whole training camp, I think we did a pretty good job at it. And today it just showed.
Did it feel like to you that the heat affected one team more than the other?
Yeah, I strongly think so, yeah, for sure. Our whole training camp, me and him were in the 12 o'clock group pulling sleds at 102, 105 degree weather. So this is really nothing to us. So we're used to it. San Diego's known for pretty good weather, 78 in the 80s. So I think we had a little bit of advantage.
So you're happy when you saw that it was going to be kind of an equal?
I wasn't happy, but we just all knew that. They just didn't train in it. So we trained in it. We know what we're doing. 90-something is kind of cool to us. So we were kind of, just up-tempo.
As long as there's no snow.
What do you guys think of the fan support today on the road?
I was surprised. I was surprised we had that much fans out there, I appreciate everybody who came out and watched the game, and they stayed all throughout the game, too. So the energy kind of helped us offensively and defensively, too. So
T-Mac, I think, had 2 catches, and they were pretty memorable. You had the slant touchdown where you got blocked at the end, held onto the ball, and then that one where you were kind of running to your left and checked it down the field. Can you just describe those 2 plays?
I mean, I know him. He can just make plays. You know, I just got to put it up there around his area. He should have had another touchdown on a hook and go. I just threw that up out of bounds. That's on me. So I took away a touchdown from him on that. And, I mean, I just believe in those guys. Them 2 outside guys that they're going to go get it. Even this guy, they're going to go get it. You know, they got legs. They can run. Those 2 guys on the outside can jump. T-Mac got the size, the frame. So,
How impressed were you with the freshmen? I mean, it seemed like they had no fear. Everybody was making plays offensively, defensively, in terms of those newcomers.
I mean, I feel like just the time I've been here, I mean, it was kind of expected from them. This isn't just a ordinary group of freshmen, I would say. You know what I mean? Came with the right mindset, came in and worked. They knew that the expectation set for them was really high and they needed to meet it. And I feel like they did a really good job.
Jacob, is this kind of game what you were expecting when you kind of studied what Jedfish's offense could be and the role that he would put you in?
Oh yeah, 100%. Going into this fall camp, we started going over plays, stuff like that, going over film. So just going out there today and executing those certain plays that we would run over and over and over. I mean, it's just kind of like the back of my hand. I know it pretty well. And certain looks, we know what to do. If it's another look, we know what to do. We don't hesitate. We don't flinch. We just go. We just roll the punches. And that's what I did. And today, I mean, it was just a fun atmosphere to be in. I love to be an Arizona Wildcat in my dreams. So definitely taking it into the moment.
Any more questions?
What stats jumping out at you there? I mean, I saw you say wow, so just out of curiosity.
Oh, just Jerry's 12 tackles. That man was all over the field today, so he worked hard. I know he broke his leg when we played him versus Washington State, and just watching him rehab this whole offseason, I give that guy credit. 12 tackles, that's a lot of tackles.